breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Chargers had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 36. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Williams, the man in motion left. Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Now Elliott. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
On 2nd and goal, Herbert got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, Is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Chargers 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because in this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Herbert off of play action. This is intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield.
At the 49-yard line.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Wilson. And this one too low.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what are it's going to take to make an end-zone quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Herbert.
At the 29-yard line.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, You want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here. A long way to go. Williams going to get it again on second down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
Williams going to get it again on second down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on your quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 44-yard line. Well, we've We've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now it's Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
My partner guaranteed they approached this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he could turn upfield. No gain, second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to fourth down. On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Grant on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Well, there to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They run it again with Williams. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that would mean the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 22, Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Eckler, they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And this is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage. And it's
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. The Chargers 15-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Final minute now, the 3rd quarter.
First down, Broncos.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's Eckler again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On is the Chargers punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And they will only muster a yard here in the 38. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it?
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Now a give running left is Ekeler. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. They'll try to pick up the first with Ekeler. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
It's a gain of a yard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. They'll run for it with Ekeler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground for Ekeler here. That's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Once more, here's Ekeler. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Herbert. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing now is Wilson. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they're running what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.